Right, it says we are live. Brett Hoopa is in the chat over there, and so is Fever. Rich is here. How you guys doing this evening? Welcome, everybody. For those of you who are watching us or maybe not be watching us. Oh, we do have viewers. 11 viewers already so far.
Wow.
Waiting for presumed buffering. I'm always buffering. How are you guys doing this evening? Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing well? Everybody good? Everybody good? Very good. We have some of our regulars and some of our new friends and old friends. I'm super excited that John Palmer is here, sporting a luscious beard and trucker hat. So glad we're here. No Canadians.
I need a haircut so bad.
So far. Hey, we can grow more here than here now. I know, John.
Just do a transplant.
Wait, he has hair on the top of his head?
Just grow it long enough to pull it around. That's always awesome. Andrew Sada there in the chat. Brom is in the chat. Glad you guys are here. Glad you guys are here. We got a great room, folks. We got lots to talk about today. Jeff, I don't want to know, but I do. What have you done? Jeff, what is that? A flamingo?
This is my support flamingo.
Okay, great.
I'm feeling a little bit of social anxiety right now. Thanks for judging me, Chris.
That's okay. But the good thing is we've got the Oklahomans here in one column. We've got the Ohioans under there, and then just the random folks under the Floridian over there. So that's really good. But anyway, TJ is in the chat. Dude is in the chat. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're going to be talking today a little bit about Lego and their technology successes, maybe singular and many fumbles when it comes to technology and the new video stuff and everything. Dana will not be joining us tonight. So we won't have an old gray set of the week. Week. That's right. He's still a little under the weather. But I think Jeff is going to have a fig of the week for us. Week. There we go. All right. So let's go around the room. We will start with Rich. Give us the update on the move, man. How you doing today?
All my stuff is in Pennsylvania. All my exes are now.
Wait. Where are you?
No. I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I'm in my kitchen because I'm cooking dinner.
You were separated from yourself, so everything is in Pennsylvania. I got you.
Everything's in Pennsylvania. I'll go down and show you real quick while my food's cooking.
Everything's in Pennsylvania.
Everything's in Pennsylvania. Everything belongs where it should be. Everything's in. There's my lion set on the table there.
Cool.
That was quick.
Okay, I gotta turn this off because I'm getting motion sick. I just ate Mexican pizza and I don't want you to see it. So I'll wait till you get settled before you stop. Are you like covering a couple acres
you'll
here?
be shocked and amazed. Here we go.
Prepare to be amazed. All right, here. Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
I guess you weren't kidding. I've never seen your whole Lego collection, and
this is it in one spot.
Oh my Jesus!
Not bad for a noob.
Oh my Jesus! You got feed bins filled with Lego. That is.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So you're not actually.
I want to see the
dinner.
Lego. I see a lot of bins.
So wait,
go back. Do you have the Harry Potter game? Is it brand new?
It's practically brand new.
Maddie's gonna make a deal for you.
Yeah. You want to see brick? There you go.
Yeah, feed bin. That's what we fed with the horses with.
Okay, I'm getting.
I can't tell if it's the camera or McGrady drink.
There. Does that feed your curiosity enough?
Yes.
Wow.
Not bad.
No, there's
That's
nothing
so
I'm just going to admit.
else in it.
John's glorious beard is the most glorious thing I've seen today. Okay, and I ate at Waffle House, so that's a big deal. So
I love that beard, but I'm now taken back by the fact that no one noticed mine.
we've seen your beard many days. It's quite nice.
John's is hot though.
But yeah.
We got an international viewer. We got Q viewing us from the far side of the ocean.
Oh wow. Good to have you here.
Is it Finland? Is that correct? I don't remember.
Oh,
That's pretty
Finland. What a beautiful country.
Yeah, it is Finland, yeah.
Cody Otley, welcome, man. Glad you're here.
Cody.
Cody.
Cody is in the chats on the Facebook.
Right. Hey, Cody. Yeah, that is my dude.
That's right.
I miss him.
I'm trying to avoid watching Jeff play with his flamingo. All right, so let's go to Adrian and see what's up in Adrian's world. What's up, man?
Oh, yeah. So we've been dealing with selling my house, my old house, and finally today we received the check from the buyer. So it is 100% done. We signed the final paperwork tomorrow, and I'm totally fully done. And to celebrate, I built.
Yeah.
So I showed it on Monday when I started it, and I finished it this afternoon. So here is my rover. It's kind of I think it's like a fuel truck mining, like a fuel truck for a mining operation. So it goes all underground. It's all like low and skinny and.
Adrian, from what I know about you and your builds, I think that's the smallest thing you've ever built.
It's not, but
okay. Well, the runabouts in Defiant don't count. That was built for scale.
Right. So this, we got two orange space dudes as drivers. It's got my favorite suspension, which is the 6950 suspension action. So there you go. That's my entry into Chris's contest. Build
there you go.
I'm gonna steal it.
Yeah. Oh, and I got a good idea. By the way, the hubcaps, the inverse dishes, that was my wife's idea.
Oh,
So I went to her with a few ideas for how to do that and said, which way should I make him look? And she was like, you should do it this way. And I was like, you're absolutely right, dear. And she was right.
That's awesome.
I can now actually build stuff now that I have all my Lego.
Yeah, it's been really nice. This is to like actually build something again instead of just look and sort and do all that crap. I think this is the first thing I've actually built in my new Lego studio.
Nice. So, congratulations on the build, sir.
Yeah, and it was delightful, and I loved the idea. I love this color scheme restriction idea, and I think we should do it again. So
we'll do it. All right, so
on a casserole.
For our lovely viewers out there, and if you're in the chat, do a like or subscribe and all that stuff to the chat today. Would be amazing. That would help us out to get the word out that what we're doing here. But it is Color My Space contest, and the colors are sand green, orange, dark gray, old or new, and trans clear. So what Adrian has built is right in line. I don't believe you used any other color. Oh, you broke it.
I broke a wheel. There's a little bit of
over on us. Did you
one
really?
One of the wheels don't stay on very well.
There we go. You fell over on us. There we go.
No, there is the pivots for the wheels are light gray.
Okay.
And the hubs for the wheels are yellow because I didn't.
Gotcha.
You can kind of.
I couldn't tell what color that was sneaking in there, but that's fine. That's fine. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
But you made
everything else is except even the I don't. Where's this tile from? Or this slopey bit?
That's the latest Arctic series.
I think so.
Is that where it's from? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember buying any sets from it, but I had one of those in my bin. I was like, all right, I guess this is an Arctic rover now.
That's super cool, Adrian. I like it.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. That's spot on. So if you are inspired by that build, you can still build. You've got until a week from Monday. Is that right? A week from Monday to complete that and either post it on our Discord, link it on Instagram, just link me to it or whatever. And
you can even do a YouTube video on it.
Yeah, you can do a YouTube video on it. We will just turn those in on that Monday, and me and some expert judges, probably me and Jake, will judge them, and we'll have some prizes and fabulous accolades for everyone who does. Oh, Jeff Van Winden is here. We finally have a Canadian in the room. So
sweet.
And we're double downing on the Jeffs. I love it.
Two Jeffs
that's right.
The price of one.
That means I gotta keep my Jeffs on track here. So all right.
We need a Jeff from Mexico now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Go
in here.
All right. Well, speaking of luscious beards, and let's talk to our good friend John. John Palmer, how are you this evening?
I'm good. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm good. And it seemed like a good night to hop onto OGB.
Good. Well, it's good. I'm glad that you're here. Are you building for our contest?
I was just telling Mark, or maybe just the Discord in general, that I think I might make something for it. Yeah.
Sweet. You should make a bot. I want you. I mean, I'm just going to make a request. If you made a bot, I would be really, really excited.
Maybe I'll put a bot like in it. You know.
Yeah.
Because
I'm being straight up and honest. I've got right up here. I've got John Palmer bots right up here on my shelf. So from back in the day. In fact, I was in Michael's to get some cheap Lego today, and they had some little cases, and I'm like, I remember when John made his little bot boxes, and I'm like, man, that would be awesome to do again. So anyway, so let's all just take a moment and revel in your beard. It is fabulous and fantastic.
It's probably not long for this world because it's going to start getting warm.
No.
I can't do beards in 80 degrees.
Beard oil that you endorse?
One moment, yes.
Apparently, I asked the right question.
Yeah, don't ask that question.
I'm a little worried what he actually is going to bring back, but
I'm glad you asked. I just bought this recently.
Yeah.
What is it? Because I'm using something else.
Tobacco and bay leaf.
Oh my! Nice.
It's very subtle, and I've never used beard oil until this beard. But I was like, I told my wife, I was like, I think this is the biggest my beard has ever been. So I was like, I'm gonna have to take care of it. Who made my beard? I did.
No,
I made my beard.
The oil.
I don't know.
It's made by Beard Oil Incorporated.
Beard oil. Okay.
Hera? I got it on Amazon.
Okay.
I got you. So, John, have you got anything built to show us of late?
I do. I started an ice planet. Am I yelling? I have headphones on and I can't hear.
You're all good.
You're good, John.
I made an ice planet model for the first time, and I finally finished it. It's an ice planet toboggan.
Oh.
Well, I'm done building.
I like it.
That's awesome.
And it's
Looks good.
the whole thing is like the toboggan, basically, you know. But I was kind of happy with how these turned out.
Oh, that's neat.
That is cool.
It was supposed to be kind of like a fan boat, you know, but a toboggan. So I was like, how is this thing going to steer? You know? Oh, and there's a bot on there too. Hold on. There
Nice. Yes.
right there. But yeah, I was pretty happy with this. And I think I'm going to make some more Ice Planet stuff. I was happy with how this part turned out. And I was happy with how this part turned out. These just nest in here. This is cool. Hold on. This was kind of a cool discovery.
Where's this beard oil?
Cool.
Ooh.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
So that doesn't even really attach. And this is a dish. It's kind of washed out in the light.
Yeah.
It's one of those saucers. I don't know how you call it. What that is. And then it just fits in there. And
That's awesome.
stays
Yeah,
in there.
is that a blue barrel or is that a light blue barrel? I can't tell.
It's a blue barrel.
They
And
make them?
I think it's from like Belleville. I don't know where I got it. I have no idea.
You
But I
forged it with your mighty beard. That's where you got it.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah,
Now
was
I
pretty
didn't know
happy
there
with
were.
this.
Now I'm going to have to get some of those. I got to look that up on Bricklink here in just a second. So, always glad to have you here, Mr. Palmer. Always an honor and a privilege. Let's go up. Let's go up to our resident Canadian Jeff, or the other Jeff, the non-flamingo stroking Jeff. How are you today? How's it going in the Great White North? Hey.
Good, eh? I don't have a flamingo, but I could probably find a. No, I don't want to say beaver because that doesn't sound right.
No.
Save a tree, eat a beaver.
Oh, okay. On that note, I'm just doing a switch over today. I'm grabbing some orange and sand green and dark gray, and going to start building for the March 8th contest.
Yay! That's awesome.
But
Awesome.
I've been working on the.
Wait. Can we just pause? I'm sorry. Can we just pause a minute? That you've got like trays and trays of sand green there. We're all like, I don't have any sand green. Is that all sand green right there?
That's my sand green.
Sweet.
Plate, tile. slopes, brackets brick, modified brick. I still have bins of sand green brick and slope.
All right, go Jeff. Go.
Because I build a lot with sand green. I do. I've built a few of the older style buildings with copper roofs, so I have a lot of sand green for that stuff to represent the.
So expensive. So expensive.
Where's the flex tape? Where's the flex tape?
I think a lot of it's been. I think a good portion of it came with lug bulk as well. Over the years, we would order some. But yeah, I'm proud of my sand green collection. But so.
Oh,
I have to fix the red, but
yeah.
That's what I have so far. At least this is module 1. Module 2 is kind of over on the table behind me here, and it's only half built. But
that's awesome.
Yeah,
only half built.
Well, yeah.
So that's awesome. So tell us about how you're displaying that, where that's going, and what are you doing with that?
All right, give me a second.
Amazing, by the way.
I think this is the same height. Let's pull these. So the idea is this will sit into a shelf. Not the right height, but it'll sit into one of these shelves.
Yep.
So there's 3, I'll have 3 modules that'll fit in perfectly. But it's on the other side of my room, so I can't really show you. And that'll display some vehicles, and then I would like to build a second hangar beside it with the actual ships in it. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, that one will be like a couple of years down the road project, I think, because I'm running out of some parts.
Whoa, what?
You said I'm running out of parts.
You are running out of parts?
I am running out of parts of the important colors, gray and blue, and gray and it's really dark gray tile right now.
Joe, Jeff, I think your running out of parts is different than all of our running out of parts. I'm just throwing that out there.
Right? No, I think it's equatable to me.
No, you definitely have more than I do. I don't have feed bins, as Maddie calls them.
Yep.
Like
that is true.
Okay,
all right.
That example, this is blue 1x4 bricks. But that is because I also built a lot of when I was doing castles. I would do like moats and lake around castles, so I had a lot of blue brick. But most bins I've got about half full of say 1x4s. So
this greens brick is about half full of sand green.
Yeah, we all hate you, Rich.
Okay, good.
Don't make it worse.
All right, I'll stop now.
Thank you. Hey, y'all don't fight, okay? We're not gonna do that right now. So
he's just happy to have his brick back. I get it.
All right, I hesitate, but I'm going to go ahead and go to the man with the flamingo in his hand. Jeff, how are you and your flamingo today?
We are doing fantastic. Her name is Sally.
Hey, Sally.
Asking, but
Hello,
this is
Sally.
my mental health support flamingo. She's a good girl. Anywho, so I've been working on sorting, actually, like cleaning up my Lego Command Center and going through the rigmarole of all that. I haven't built anything, but I have ideas for things that I want to build. So I've been putting that out in a game a game called Space Engineer. So I'll build that, and then I'll see if I can do it in Lego. And yeah, so far it's working out well.
I love it.
Do you want to do the minifigure of the week?
Yes, let's do the minifigure of the week. While you're getting that ready, let me greet some folks in the chat. Brahma is here. Builder Q was here. He, I believe, had to go to bed. Doc Sampson in the chat, just joining us right now. Bridget is here. TJ is here. He dropped some knowledge about the blue barrel, where it came from. That's very kind. Thank you, sir. My friend Stephen Brent from the town of Roxborough, North Carolina. Welcome to the chat here. We have some more folks here. Brickman Mosaics Art is here as well. So we are glad you're here. All right, Jeff, you got your fig. You ready? Here we go. Let me add it to the stream. Here it is.
Hey.
Alrighty, so like I said, in the last 3 weeks, we're doing one-of-a-kind minifigures. And believe it or not, Cyclops only appears in one set, and that's with the Blackbird and Storm, and alternate Magneto, and alternate Wolverine with mask. The first Wolverine that came out did not have a mask, and it was based on the horrible Origins movie. I don't know how it worked either. Anyway, so let's see here. So new, it's $8.17. So that's cool.
Wow.
Used at $6.26. I didn't write this down, but the rubbing on his face, the graphic often rubs off, so it's not bueno. It's not good.
I don't know.
Some fun facts about Cyclops. He killed Professor Xavier once.
Just what? Well, oh, darn.
Married a clone of Jean Grey, then ghosted her for the real Jean Grey.
I remember that was the X Factor comics.
Complicated.
Yep. And I hate this character of all the X-Men.
What?
I hate this character.
You hate it? Cyclops?
I hate Cyclops.
Jerk.
Yeah, Cyclops is a jerk.
He used to not be. They wrote him to be a jerk. He used to be awesome.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So he first appeared in X-Men Numero Uno and even graded at a 0.5. It's $4,600 on eBay, so get them while they're hot.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Jeff, are you going to do one next week?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
Maddie approved.
I love it. I do love it. I love it.
Well, I will admit, I when back in the day, I was reading comics, and I was into the X Factor comic, even from issue 1. In fact, I think I've got the first 2 years of the first X. But here's the deal: I read X-Men comics in the early '70s that were my brothers from the '60s, and then they were kind of gone, and I didn't follow it. So when all of a sudden they're like, "He's marrying Jean Grey again," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I knew she had died and stuff, and it was kind of weird. But then I enjoyed it. But then later they really made him a tool. So I hate what they did to Cyclops. I like Cyclops. So that's just me. But thank you, Jeff, for that informative run through.
My boy.
You're welcome. Next
Jeff,
one, go ahead.
Jeff, I think we can definitely say that your knowledge of minifigures is encyclopedic.
Good, everybody. It was nice seeing you all again. So next month is going to be a walkthrough time as I explore the first minifigures that were ever released and when and where and all that fun stuff. So stay tuned for exciting.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. That was excellent. Let's see, Maddie. We haven't talked to Maddie. Maddie, how are you today?
I'm so happy right now. So many great things are happening. Like I got a job as a crossing guard. So woohoo, extra money. But my brother came into town to visit. Not only did he bring me over 500 of these perfectly sized things to put minifigs in, because he's a musician and he was selling cassette tapes, but he only sold 5. So there's like 900 of these left.
That's perfect.
Anyways, got those.
Does he know that not many people use cassette tapes? I'm just asking.
Unless you're a hipster, that's the thing.
Is that coming back around? Is that the deal?
I guess so. Yeah,
It came back around a while ago, Chris.
I also finished The Rat King, so he's looking pretty okay.
He does look good. You did a great job.
Thanks.
Yeah,
it's going to be a TikTok video because there's a fun fact about Rat King. There is actually a meaning behind that.
TikTok will never die.
What's a cassette tape? TJ. Jesus, you're killing me. I guess I'm that old. I'm also very happy because we have a new friend who's joining this live stream. Her name is Brick Pit. She's on TikTok. She's on Instagram. She, I met another AFOL who's a woman, which is super exciting.
There's 3 of y'all.
Yeah, just the 3. But not only that, my brother left something behind. He tested out my space box that I made for my cousin, and he built this. Ooh, space. Ooh. So it's got like some charging port in the back, a propeller for when it lands in water on accident. Of course. And then somebody in our live chat today said that it looked like the Mandalorian starfighter. But my brother doesn't watch Star Wars, so he came up with this, and then apparently his creativity has already been created.
Very cool.
But I was really impressed. He did it in an hour, so that's pretty cool.
there's a finite number of shapes that a spaceship can be in, and I think every single shape has been made.
That's what he said. He said in the live stream when someone was like, "That's already been done in Star Wars. Like that's not original," and he was like, "Well, everything's already been done already. Sorry that my mind has created something that someone else has created, but in my mind, this was just a ship transporting nuclear whatever." Like, so pretty funny.
I think it's very good. He did a great job.
So he tested out that space box, and I'm going to send it off to my cousin for $40.
Making the money, making it rain. That's right. Yeah, that's right. There you go.
Yeah.
Just for you. There.
Thank you.
All right. So Maddie is actually, you're putting sets together and selling boxes and all that kind of stuff. Mr. Palmer down here used to do that for us. He actually put a lot of parts together and made bot boxes. So they were little hobby boxes that we could carry around in our box.
Okay, yeah. So it's already been done because like I'm making an Ninjago box right now, and I've got a request for a Friends themed box. So we're putting stuff together, and I need to sell it for more because it takes a lot of time. Like doing that space box for me personally, because I don't do space, it took me like an hour and a half.
Well, just like the cassette, everything comes back around. So apparently,
whoa, that was good.
I knew we were back into vinyl. I didn't know we had skipped from vinyl back into cassettes.
Well, no, it's not even popular. Like he was just kind of like he did it to be new and original, I think, and also the type of music he plays. Like it sounds better when it's been. I don't know. Now I'm making.
Sounds better when it's crappy.
Sounds better when it's been digitally crushed.
Yes.
You need that cassette hiss.
Yes.
We need that 8-track where you don't know what the heck is playing, and you switch to a track, and then you still don't know what the heck is playing. So,
does anybody got a pencil? I need to rewind this.
Well, I can say I'm not that old because my very first piece of music was the Backstreet Boys Millennium album, but it was on a cassette tape, and that thing cost $25. So.
You mean you didn't get 12 for a penny from Columbia House like most of us in this room did? And then have your mom have to bail you out because you didn't pay the thing and they were threatening you and things?
Yeah,
okay.
They were calling, bill collectors were calling, saying, "Hey,
no, that's
$12."
Really scary.
I think I have a Duran Duran album, their last one that I got because I forgot to send the card back in and I never opened it. It's just, or maybe it was Foghat. I can't remember. They're close. All right. So, all right. Let's see.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Breaks.
What?
Why are Foghat and Duran Duran close? One is a good band, and the other one is Foghat.
I don't know.
Oh my god!
It's the band that I can remember out of my head.
All right. Back to the show.
Not even close. Not even close.
Oh, Rich is going to fight you about Foghat. So let's go. Let's fight. All right. Let's see who we've not got to yet. Let's go to Matt. Matt, how are you today?
It's like every time I mute my mic, you go to me every time. It's hilarious. But
sorry.
Anyways. So it's been the best of times and the worst of times. My multiple $100 order from Burkina still has not showed up, and I have left notes in all of my neighbors' mailbox, and I've gone to the post office. The neighbor next door, they left, and the mom is home, and she does not speak English, so it might be in their house because I'm sure the note I left in English in their mailbox, she can't read that either. So maybe I'll get my parts whenever they come back home. Maybe I won't, but I'm going to have to tell Burkina.
You know, Mac, they have this thing on the internet called a translator. So you like type it out, and you hit the translate to Spanish, and you print it out, and then you can do that.
Well, she's Korean.
Oh, well, you can do Korean too.
Let's just say the only reason she answered the door is I happened to knock just as her friend was pulling up, because I had rang the doorbell 3 times the day before and she didn't answer the door.
Oh, that's so frustrating. I'm sorry.
Just go to her house with a bag of Lego and say, "Do you have more of these?"
Well, unless she's opened it, she won't know what's inside. I mean, it's a small padded envelope from DHL, and
You sure it
whatever.
doesn't shake? Lego shakes.
I mean, it probably shakes, but again, she doesn't speak English, so if I say shake, she's not going to know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, so I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow and say that had never got delivered to the right address. I like my postal delivery woman, but she's like, I'm pretty sure I put it in the box, and I said, well, I came out and saw your tail lights, so it was not in the box.
Pretty sure.
I said, trust me, I've been waiting and checking the little smart inventory that tells me what's coming every day so that I would know exactly when it's coming. And I work from home. So, Greg, that is a great idea. Do Korean with a Spanish accent. My favorite is like when someone speaks another language and someone just yells, turns up the volume as though that's going to, break through. Like, if you just talk louder.
Hey. That happens when you're deaf too, because I'm deaf, and so like I'm just like, can you just repeat it one more time? Normal speaking voice, please. They just shout at you. That doesn't help.
Well, Matt, for all the viewers here, when you scream like that, you are at a normal volume. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm on the iPad today, so there's the classic volume issues, but. All right, so that was the worst. It's been a frustrating week on that Lego front. But the other thing is that, like Maddie, I have been building the newest in the modular family. So, ta-da! The store modular, the police station that looks like a bookstore or a library, in my opinion. It's all finished, and I didn't live stream it like Maddie's been doing. I just built it while chatting on the face on the anyways, I just built it while chatting. And the other thing that I've been doing is we have these little contests, or we have these little things, and if you participate in our lug, you get bags of bricks. Well, and a lot of these bags of bricks are given to us by our local Lego store. And so sometimes they're the not so popular things that are on the wall that they need to clear out. And so Dana gave me an entire bag of dark pink roof tiles because probably no one else would want them.
Nice.
So I redid the roof, and they're all 1x, so they're not very stable. So I redid the roof on my pink modular.
It's missing.
Long-time friends will know, like, I have a row of modulars, and so I redid. Ta-da! Dark pink.
That's beautiful. I definitely could have used those for the chapter.
There's the rest of the row up behind, and
yeah, those are nice. You can come bring them. You can bring them up to Pennsylvania and display them in my store.
They're almost done. The only thing I need to do is just finish out this Piedmont area on each one of them, and I have a habit of starting Lego projects and not completely finishing them until I have a show deadline, and there's no show deadline in 2020 or 2021 so far, but I really need to get them done so that whenever we do go back to shows, I could just put them in the car and drive them over to the show. So I'm trying to wrap up some things. So I've got the bubblegum company. I haven't worked on that in a bit. I'm working on the Bob's Burgers. I don't think I've shown you the Bob's Burgers, so let's do that.
No, let's see it. I want to see it.
All right, so this is the front.
That's looking good, dude.
And there'll be a sticker on the red. I need one more of these red panels. And then the back. Oh, it's hard to. If I tip it, the stuff's going to fall in the trash can. But so in the cartoon, there's a raccoon, but Lego has a made raccoon. So I put a skunk back there, and there's a rat and garbage cans. And I'm going to put a bicycle frame that's missing tires because, that's how they are. They're poor, so they never have stuff that really works right. So it would be fitting that they have a bicycle that is missing tires. That would be very Bob's Burgers. But I'm really pleased, and I just need to figure out how to finish the top of the building. So it's been a pretty productive week, Lego wise.
Good. Well, I hope you can find those parts that are missing and everything. By the way, do those still have a bunch of eyes still stuck on the inside and stuff? Or did you get all those out?
No.
Just to tell what happened, and I was not involved. I merely suggested the possibility.
Sure.
But when he had those pink ladies up there, and a couple of roofs were finished, or they were anyway. Some of the ladies in our lug basically snuck in, poured a bunch of eyes in the attic of one of them, and then stuck the eyes to the roof of another one. Is that right? Is that
so? On the top, there was just a flat. I hadn't done the peak part of the roof yet, so they were all flat roofed at that point. And so they went and stuck eyes on every single stud. Do you know what a pain in the butt it is to pop those off, even with a brick separator? It takes time, and you have to really wedge it in there and apply force, and they pop and they fly halfway across the room as you pop them off one by one. Let's just say I was not amused while taking them off. It's a lot funnier. It's a lot funnier now than it was at the time.
That's right.
Yeah,
in hindsight, it's always
that plays out. Yeah,
I didn't do it,
Sure.
but I may have encouraged people to do it. All right, so Mr. Brick Smith, what is going on in your world? Ooh, a bear. Is that a Duplo bear?
It's a Duplo bear that came in a Bricklink order, and I thought if I ever do a zoo, I want the Duplo bear. It's fun.
Duplo bears.
Matthew, we already had to speak
I'm
to you
sick of
about
the
the
bear.
bears, okay?
Bears.
Yeah, bears.
Bears.
Rick Mears, the bears. All right, Mr. Brick Smith, how are you today?
Hey, I'm all right. How y'all doing?
That is a fine shirt you're wearing. I'm just
Why, thank you. A friend of mine drew it, and yeah, I love it. So, what have I been doing?
Red Carnage is here. Hello, Red Carnage.
We're still building this on Wednesday night. No one shows up from over here, but we still love you.
Dude, I'm working that.
You know, whatever. It's cool. I wasn't even talking about you. I got that from Lego Movie 1. I got to put together. What else? I got one of those 1,500 piece boxes right here. I got all the new little poly bags. I'm thinking about building this tonight. Had a baby.
Yeah.
No way. Hey.
Yeah, all by myself. What else? Not much. Just bringing stuff down. Oh, I thank you very much. I appreciate that. Just tearing stuff, pulling stuff down. I put Grogu in a bag. We're moving in June, and I don't want to just wait around and do it all at the end of June.
Yeah.
I want to start putting it away now. So
Are you punching the bag that Grogu is in, like the stormtroopers, the spiker troopers?
I would never know, but I did pop out his eye and rip his hand off.
Well, right then.
That'll be done. But anyway,
did you traumatize your 4-year-old with
Packing
that?
stuff up now.
yeah,
That's a solid plan, Julian.
But yeah, it's
Oh, up in the chat here, Boone. Hey, Boone, how you doing, man? Good to see you in the chat. We might have a opening a little later. Y'all can pop in. I know Gil also would love to pop in here as well. Smith,
what day, Chris? No, I'm kidding.
you look very rested and with your nice haircut too.
Thank you very much. I'm getting there with the resting. I'm getting there.
He's tanned and toned. That's what's going on there. So,
well, it was 84 degrees here today. I mean,
there you go. It was 74 here, so that's awesome. All right, Mr. Sandlin. Mr. Sandlin has been quiet today because I know he is building. So, how you doing, man?
Doing okay. I'm working on my entry for the Old Grey Bricks contest. So, here's about where I'm at right now. I got kind of a.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Man, we can do a little VTO.
Oh, nice.
If you're gonna do it right.
Very
It
cool.
doesn't look like a taxi cab. You said you were building a taxi cab.
And I've even got a pilot with some, interesting hands.
You had the wrong hands. It is the wrong hands. It is.
Those hands are gorgeous.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's lovely. Beautiful.
That's dope.
So yeah, that's what I'm
Pretty
working
good,
on.
though, man.
And, there's no small Paul cam tonight because small Paul's already taken off upstairs. So what are you gonna do?
There he goes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome looking though.
Yeah, it's you have to catch small Paul before he accelerates because then it's too late.
I think he's in a constant state of acceleration. If I were to get.
Well, yeah, but once it reaches a certain critical mass, you're not going to get him on camera anymore. So,
yeah, that's awesome. But the mock is looking good. How much more do you got to do to it before it's?
I don't know. Well, the whole underside and back is completely nothing yet. So I got to do something. Maybe put some landing gears on it. Maybe some kind of tail, something or other. I don't know.
In other words, you've made a fine spaceship like Lego does. It looks great from one angle, and then you turn it around to the bottom, and there's nothing, right?
Yeah, I could put some wheels under it like Lego, and just sort of.
Womp, womp, womp.
I think it needs some weak landing gear.
Yes, it needs Giddens gear on it like crazy. That would be amazing. All right. So anyway, I believe I've been to everybody in the room. Has there anybody I missed? Have we had a momentary miss here? I hope not.
I can go again. No, okay.
Oh wait. By the way, John Gill, our friend Greg Gill, has just noticed the beard. Hey, let me give you a close up there, Gil. Just for your. I love it.
I feel like Gil is personally attacking me in that statement.
That's awesome. All right. So everybody, if you've been in Lego for months or you've been in it for decades like we have, Lego has had a love-hate relationship with technology, and Lego has tried to employ technology. And we'll just go ahead and say they have done one thing well with technology, and that is Mindstorms, and that they did amazing and everything, and all the Mindstorm stuff. So we can go ahead and give them credit for that. But going all the way back, well, the monorail was technology, I guess you could say, and that was all a success, right? And but anyway, but as Lego has tried to employ technology, they have had a bumpy road. And there's the new thing called Vidya coming out. Lego has a connection with Universal. Oh, we lost somebody. With Universal Music, they have a deal. So they have a new thing called Vidya with a bunch of figures and a bunch of tiles that can be read, and the kids can make their videos and those kind of things. And
so what you're saying is, in a couple of years, when the contract runs out, the music won't work anymore.
There it is.
Yeah, there's number one.
Ding, 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 ding.
Now somebody made it to the gate. Who dropped? I didn't even notice who dropped.
Who was it? Rich? No, Rich
It was
is there.
Jeff.
No. Here.
Other Jeff.
He said he had to leave.
Two Jeffs enter, one Jeff leaves.
I got you.
Canadian swapping.
His bride must have come in. So anyway, so when you look at here's just my take, and you guys can tell me what you've seen about the video thing if you've even paid attention. The figs look great. There's really cool things. There's a scanning thing that's going on, but it's hooked to Universal Music, so that's the only music you can use, which I know is a big catalog. From what I understand, the kids can't show themselves in the videos since it's trying to be like TikTok-y kind of stuff. The video then has to be uploaded and verified and checked by somebody at a desk for Lego, and then they give approval to then share it to the app or when other people with the app.
It's a lot of work.
Nothing else can happen with it. You can't upload it to TikTok. You can't make it public. All this kind of stuff. Do you think this is going to fly, the technology part? Anybody?
No.
Anybody want to say yes?
No.
So long as they have it's raining men, yes.
Well, say that one more time for posterity's sake.
Raining men, success, Duran, failure.
But wait, we got to find out if Hoghead is Universal Music. That would be interesting. But anyway, so I mean, in my opinion, Lego is trying to do something, but then they have their own limitations when it comes to kids' safety. Do you think Lego takes that too seriously, or are they on the right track when it comes to kid safety and what they're doing?
Well, it's important to remember the Europeans have different standards. So, in particular, in some European countries, they're very strict about products that are sold to children. So, some of that is not even under Lego's control. If they want a platform, they can sell globally.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Bricksmith, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I think it's cool that they're worrying about the safety, but they don't create something that's not. It's not. Go ahead, man. Help me out.
It's like the gateway drug to TikTok in a way. I mean, already there are TikTokers, like I deal with them on a daily basis, that are 12, 13 years old who are posting videos without showing their face. And, I friend them and then I find out that they're under the age of 16. And I'm like, oh, no. By not showing your face, that's also scary because like an adult can go in and do that and pretend that they're a kid and still not show their face and still be horrible. Like, you know what I mean?
They can also say, hey, we're having a great time on Lego Stupid Talk, whatever you want to call it. Why don't we take this to...
Is that what you just called my channel? Did you just call my channel Lego Stupid Talk? Is that
Yeah, take it somewhere else. Like, why don't you, instead of doing the Lego video, why don't you join TikTok? Because it's the same thing. I can see that being the lead way into the adult world of this video situation.
I think that they tried to do something that they can't quite control, and because of that, they've made it horrible.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
I knew that, Julian.
I knew you knew that. That's what
I knew that, and I was just waiting for Maddie to finish her thought about the gateway drug. No, it's another good point. It's a gateway to TikTok. Why do this silly thing when you can actually use something that's not limited for you?
But at the same time, maybe what Lego is recognizing is, there is kind of this crazy community on TikTok of these young people who are doing Lego. And what they're maybe realizing is, it's I don't want to, it's FOMO. It's real FOMO. It really is. And they can't do anything about it. It's the way that they have to enter the marketplace to not be FOMO is so limited that it's going to fail. Well, this is kind of something disappointing on Lego's side. Had they recognized this trend way earlier, I don't think there would be this problem that we're seeing on TikTok. I know that many of you guys aren't 100% into the TikTok community, but like...
Wait, who's not into the TikTok? Give me names.
I'm saying like the TikTok live situation. Like today, my brother popped in, and we had over 150 viewers in an hour's time. And when I was scrolling through the names of people who were in it, I was like, "Oh, I know that kid. He's like 13. He's 12. Like he's this age." Because the kids end up disclosing their ages at some point.
Asking the silliest questions.
And they ask the silliest questions. That's also how you know that they're kids. But yeah.
It's not that Lego doesn't know that they need to try, but this is something that, okay, so let's say you are a Tyrannosaurus Rex carnivore, and you know that most of the population around you is a plant eater. Just because they're plant eaters doesn't mean that you should try to eat the asparagus.
I don't know what he said, but asparagus gives you.
Okay, so the gas is on at Rich's house. Someone should call the authorities.
Just because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should do a thing.
Gotcha.
Rich, I didn't think Pennsylvania had legalized the devil's lettuce.
Hey, it's coming. It's coming. They're throwing a bill out there next week. They don't want to. They know they're doing FOMO too from New Jersey. New Jersey's got it finally. They're like, we need to have that too.
Okay.
But it's not me. I haven't done that.
All right. So it sounds like, now, to Lego's credit, they would rather protect kids and have a not so successful product than have kids come into harm's way. They do not do like Roblox or whatever is pretty much open source and everything. So I appreciate what Lego does with that, and I really do. But it's what killed Lego Universe as well. The same issues and the same thing. It seems like to me. What were you gonna say, Maddie? You got your.
Sorry, I have my hand up because Brick Bunnies brings up another excellent point in this group chat. She is saying that she thinks, or I'm assuming, I'm sorry.
That's Ben. That's Ben.
They are assuming that you know that it is true that there's these burly men guys who get those early release Lego products, and then they're the ones who are reviewing it, and they're now marketing video towards who? You know, like you know, are they marketing towards adult fans? Because that's usually
I think Matthew wants to know where the burly men guys are.
or are they, you know, because that is kind of weird if you think about it. Like, you know, these kids that are on TikTok are watching the YouTubers and the influencers in the Lego community, and right now it's mainly men and older men, middle-aged men, and you know, so I don't know.
So you got a 13-year-old. He downloads the thing. He makes his video. He's like, I want to share it with my friends. Click. It has to go somewhere, and he's got to wait. I mean, even 10 minutes or 5 minutes, his attention span is like, well, this is awful.
Hey, Chris, he doesn't have to wait. He can screen record and then put it on any platform he wants.
Right. And that's the other thing is that these 13-year-olds are more apt in technology than
I don't know where that came from, you know.
No, but you know what? Then they're just going to get a copyright strike on whatever they're using and create chaos.
TikTok doesn't care.
Well, they don't.
Not yet.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that the government of China is not concerned about copyright?
They don't care.
I can't be here anymore.
I was just about to say that. They don't care. So they're not going to do
That's a
anything
bombshell.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So, but and yes, the point is we are not the target market, but except for the 18 plus boxes and whatever, we might not be the target market for Lego on anything. But and I'm certainly going to buy some of the cool figs, although I'm not sure I won't buy any of the mystery figs that are in cardboard box that I can't feel. So you can just forget that.
$20?
Huh?
There's a box that's $20 with a fig in it and this case that looks like headphones and a really cool little clear piece that looks really neat, and these new door pieces that are in there's some parts in there that look really neat. Not $20 neat, but they look
you
neat.
can find them on Bricklink in 2 months.
Yeah, that's right. Or Bricks and Pieces.
That works too,
But the flip side of that, then the mystery figs with a lot of the llama and the ice cream person and all this kind of stuff, they are in mystery boxes, mystery fig packs, but they're not the traditional bags like we have now. The cardboard boxes, I don't think you're going to be able to tell what they are, and I'm not buying a one. I go buy mystery minifigures because I can. Oh, there's one of the Space Police dudes. Throw him in the cart.
Gotcha.
Everything. If I can't fill the bags, please don't make that anything else than what I just said. If I can't tell what it is in the bag, then I'm not buying it, and I'm not buying multiples. I'm not going to buy a bunch to find it out because it's not worth it to me. So that's me, but I don't know about y'all.
Do you guys all feel the collector bags before you buy them?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm in the aisle and I'll do it for like a minute and then I'll be like, nah, and I just take it.
I used to feel them and then I got tired of it, and then I just buy what I get. And if I get doubles, I'll give it to a friend.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't waste time fondling the bags. I just grab and go. I don't got time for that stuff.
No, Well,
I
just
used
the
to.
embarrassing thing about feeling the bags is I had that situation when I was at Target recently where I was in the aisle and
Start
I
seeing
took,
a vein on Gil's head as we start popping out.
I had all
Some
the
of us
bags
are
in the
very
cart and I was just
skilled
like,
at
yeah,
that.
touch. And then somebody came up to me and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, don't worry,
Don't
I
say
sanitized
it.
my hands. I sanitized my hands.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Feel in the bags.
this is the way you do it. If they're in the box at Walmart, you go and you scoop out half and you feel you go through one side and set those aside, the ones you don't want and the ones you do want on the shelf above, and then you go to the next side of the box and you feel those and replace those into that next slot, and then put
No.
It's
I
very
grab all
elaborate.
of them all at once and put them in my shopping cart and then walk around the store with the shopping cart like this, like feeling the bags. Like, okay, I think I got this right.
Oh.
Okay,
So that way no one's
since we're
suspicious.
talking about figs anyway, which fig should I use for my space pilot?
those like Brunswick stew, but with figs. So,
Oh my god.
little
Which
humble
space
brag
fig should
from
I
Rich
use?
there. That's good. Now, I don't know if your Target does this. My Target does this. They have the mystery minifigs on every aisle. You know, the 57 aisles that they have in the Target, and they only have 2 open. And they have them on like one of the bottom pegs there. So to do that, I got to go down there and find an empty aisle and really look creepy grabbing I'll do it. But anyway, grabbing the figs off the peg and figuring out the figs and everything. So they're never going to sell those.
When some lady strolls by and gives you a look, you're like, it's okay. I work with kids.
Yeah.
It's okay, ma'am. I teach kids. I like kids.
I used to wear my work uniform with the badge on it, so they didn't bother me. They just kept on walking, giving me a stink eye.
The only place you can do that really here is Toys R Us, and every time I go there, it's the same 2 mouth breathers blocking the thing off. They're going through them all. You know, these are the guys that like smelt like corn chips when they should not. And so it's just kind of like, oh man, yeah.
When should you smell like corn chips? Really?
I don't know, but these guys have like smell catapults or something. It's
Maybe like when you're literally eating corn chips, you're allowed to smell like corn chips.
Not
So
even.
if you're puppy, if you smell your dog's foot, sometimes it smells like corn chips.
I'm so glad we kept on the technology topic.
Dog feet smell like Fritos.
Can we go back to which fig I should use for my pilot?
Yeah.
Which one smells?
All right.
The one that smells the most like corn chips, yeah.
So let's talk about a couple other areas where they have tried to employ technology and have messed it up. Obviously, the big investment was Lego Universe, and that crashed and burned pretty fast. And they came out pumping it hard and everything. Did any of y'all do Lego Universe? Did you ever play it?
When was that? I have no clue what that is.
You were about 7, man.
I actually helped with developing Lego Universe. We were part of the AFL, the 50 AFOLs that worked on it.
That's cool. That's cool. So tell us, why did it fail?
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
No, it's not, because we actually had content in the game. The whole idea with the Lego Universe professionals, LOPs is what they called us, was that we were supposed to add levels and add content to the game, but their engine couldn't handle the amount of brick we wanted to put into most of the levels. So we ended up doing smaller kickoff levels, and I don't know if anybody ever played. I did the winter level with a group of 4 or 5 people up here in
They
in
give
Ontario.
the winter level to the Canadians, seriously?
No. We actually they said we want you to build a level, so we went for a winter level because it was winter.
Sounds suspect.
We had we had beavers, we had moose. Our main character was a moose. It was a very Canadian level.
I see.
I will find the YouTube video.
I don't know if that site is accessible by people under 18 that you're building, but sure.
All right. So, all right. And I know that Nathan Proudlove has been in here. He worked on that team and everything. So, Jeff, limitations of the software were one of the reasons it crashed. Were there? Do you think issues with kids and kids playing games and being able to and privacy stuff? Did that hurt it?
No, I don't think it was privacy stuff. I think it was subscriptions. They didn't have enough money coming in to support the game.
Okay.
So they literally just, if you go to, I think, Lego Games on YouTube, they just posted a Lego Universe 10th anniversary set of videos.
Yep.
And they talked about the reasons why it didn't do so well. They opened up. It said they had opened up a free-to-play area in the game at some point, and they got like 2+ million subscribers at that point, but it was still all free subscription, and no one really wanted to switch over to pay subscription. Like, who wants to pay to let your kid run through the world, right?
Right.
So I mean, this is before the free-to-play type Minecraft, whatchamacallit, Fortnite type games where you buy stuff in game, but
right. Yeah, I mean, it should have been easy for Lego to say, "Here's a cool thing in the game. Would you like to buy it?" And actually get the bricks. That should not have been such a big thing, but I guess it was.
Back in the day, I don't know. I feel like that would be something that wasn't common, right? Like buying something on the internet. Buying a subscription.
No, we had to fill out little cards and get mail order. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's how my mom used to buy the Lego sets for my brother. Like, she would get the Lego magazine catalog and then cut out the thing in.
Maddie, I'm about to put you in timeout. Okay, I was kidding.
Okay, time me out.
This game came out. Lego Universe came out in 2010, so this is well within the range of World of Warcraft subscriptions. So people paying for subscription fees for games was very much.
I'm googling it right now, so just give me a second. If I look like this, it's because I'm looking at Lego Universe and I'm like, what? How did I miss this?
Guys, I gotta take off, so I'm just gonna say bye.
Take off, eh? It
was good talking to you guys. Good night.
I gotta take off too. Talk to you later.
Oh, we're dropping like flies. All right, here we go. So
I just want to say that I think we need to impose a ban, and Maddie's never allowed to say back in the day.
All right.
We've only been on this earth for a short time as she has.
Yeah,
I don't think back in the day, that's like old man language right there.
You should call the band back in the day, and then I am the person who like directs the band to the stage. Like, that's my only job. Like, here you go.
Pushes the wheelchairs. Gotcha.
Oh, look there. There we have somebody who's actually touched the technology we have been discussing. Hello,
Boone. Man.
Oh man, the mic and everything.
Hello.
It's like WKRP.
I thought maybe I would sound better if I did this.
You do. You sound. It's like the golden mic, man.
Lower voice though, like radio host.
And this goes out to the man in Cincinnati who no.
Did you ever see the SNL skit where Tom Hanks plays the roadie testing the mic?
Yes.
Testing.
So you're saying that's me? That's me. I'm the roadie testing the mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took me about 45 seconds to realize that I still had the live playing in another tab, and I was like, "Man, why is everybody talking over each other?"
Me. All right. So Boone, we've talked about. I don't know if you've been listening. We've been talking about Lego Universe and its kind of rise and fall, and we've talked about video. We haven't seen the product, but you have. Is that correct?
Yeah, video. I've seen it. I love the figures.
Yeah.
I think the app is real cool, but I agree with the sentiment that it was like the thing they're trying to create, they created it, and then the regulations that they had to put on it sort of pulled out the essence of what they were trying to create. I think. I mean, the thing about the kids being in the videos, they can appear in the videos if they don't share them. So, a kid can make a cool video and show their friends face to face with their device, or show their folks, if they're in the same room or whatever. But if they want to upload, they're not allowed to be in the video. So I don't know. I think that the thing that young people like about that is their opportunity to, be seen. Maybe I don't know if that's good or not, but I feel like it's certainly a key piece for why some of those platforms are popular, and removing that, I think, is obviously a safety concern, a safety thing that Lego has to do. But I do think it. What's the word when you? It's sort of like is. I think it's going to be a detrimental debilitation to the app, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm trying to formulate all these words. Yeah, debilitating. Yeah.
Well, what if
Yeah, too.
what if Lego allowed the person to be in the video, but they had their own Lego head to cover their face? You know, like.
I think though too. Again, I don't. I haven't seen the app, but I think the thing that drives almost all sort of user created content, right? It's not just the share. The share is one thing, but it's also the rewards of the like, right? Or the streak, or whatever you want to call it. And that's the thing I think that, and that's the thing that is sort of what drives the kids to post stuff, is it's not just the posting, it's the response from the people who it's being shared with, right? So, and I mean, if they have this application, which in and of itself is limited, small, it's going to be only exposed to a certain amount of people who are on the same platform, same this, and all this kind of stuff. It's probably not going to be rewarding enough for them. And what's going to happen is, because it's being driven by the drug of the like, it's going to be like Julian was saying, capture, post somewhere else where it is going to get the exposure and it is going to get the feedback. So that's the part I think they're really missing there, is why kids are doing this. Very young kids, like 6, 7, sure, sharing with their friends, sharing with their mom and dad and stuff. But honestly, the minute they hit, like, going from what my daughter is going to, like 8, 9, yeah, mom, dad, brother, sister, friends, that's nice, but it's my friends and maybe other people who I want to hear, and I want to get that positive reinforcement back. So I think that is going to basically take the content, and it's going to blow it so far beyond their control, they're just going to lose control of the whole thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Lego technology and video and kids, it's almost a catch-22 for them. They're just going to be darned if they do and darned if they don't. And maybe they're trying to find a wiggle room in there. Yeah. But I just think they're really going to run up against a whole lot, well, Copa and things like that. But Lego protecting the brand and their rep.
Hey, when Boom get here?
Sorry. Yeah, but that's what's crazy to me is if you think about. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, man.
If you think about the thing that I remember as a kid from Lego and technology and being like, whoa, this is so cool. I can make my own video Lego. I can make my own stop motion Lego thing. Like if I get the Lego camera and the Lego set director set and blah, blah, and I can do that. Why, back then, were they concerned about the same concerns now? No, because technology and how we interact with technology is so different. But I think, this video thing is a dangerous gateway.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's because 8-year-olds that I was teaching in China, they all had their own iPhones, and you're like, whoa. When I was that age, I was running around eating dirt. Like, what?
Well, your mom didn't tell you you're special.
All right. Well, let's go to the actual people who put the money down on these sets. Will mom and dad be excited about this? I mean, I'm just wondering.
I don't think so.
They'll be oblivious. Like, I mean, I know from like some of my daughter's, friends, parents, stuff like that. Sometimes we seem like we're educating them as to what technology does, and we don't know that much. But compared to most of these people, like we're like Bill Gates and like Tim, what's his rich man's face, right? We're like telling people like, hey, that your daughter is on this platform and it's a public account and they're like, really? No. I'm like, okay, yeah. So if that's any kind of gauge, I think the kids are going to ask the parents for this. If the kids already have a device in hand, they're going to go. The parents are going to go, "Oh, look, a purse with Lego. There you go," and the kids are just going to go zoink and then run with it, right? Beyond a certain age, obviously, if they're like hopefully 9 and under, maybe mom and dad are more engaged. But if they're going for anything over that,
maybe they're engaged in Canada, but here in America, we don't care.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So somebody brought up the hidden side. How many of you actually, or your kid in your purview, played the hidden side game? We've talked a little bit about why hidden side seemed to not capture the imagination a lot because of the box art. Well, actually, okay, I'm just gonna say a lot because of the box art. It was confusing, and they focused on the app, which I know Samlin, when he's here, Paul really liked the app. Why did that not get any traction, do you think, with kids, the app and the hidden side sets?
Well, isn't it one of those things that you had to have the set and the app, and then you had to scan the set in order to get like points and stuff? Was it kind of like a Nexo Night concept?
I had a friend whose phone wasn't smart enough for the app.
Oh,
okay. It needed some extra technology.
Yeah, and he was not about to get any. I'm talking about Nick from the Brickhead family. He's on YouTube. He had a crappy phone and couldn't. All 3 of his kids were into it, and he couldn't play.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I had some bumps with it too, but why do you think that did not resonate with kids?
I didn't play it at all, but I would think if you're playing with the same set continuously with this game, wouldn't it get boring after a while? Like, was it just that you need to buy more and more sets, and the parents might not have been doing that? I don't know. Again, I never played it. I'm just asking because Lego's idea is, put a game out so that people buy more sets, right?
Yeah.
Next night, scan a shield. Well, there's a whole like polybag of shields. I got a whole pile of them over here. But anyways, there's a whole.
I just said here to Nick. Sorry, I didn't mean to type.
Yeah. Okay.
What Nick just said.
Yeah, that's. I mean, being old man, yeah, I'm totally behind that. However, yeah, old man.
I'm wondering, are there any like really great examples of long-lived toys that had a great app counterpart? Like
Captain Power.
No, I think Matt here in the comments has it right with Skylanders. My kids played every single Skylanders game. They came out with a new one every year, and we bought them probably 6 years in a row. We bought the new Skylanders game. Every single old Skylanders character worked with every as he went through, and they played that for years and years and years. But eventually, even the most popular, like that saturated the market, and it finally died.
Well,
Disney
everybody jumped on board the Skylanders thing. You had Disney do their thing. Jake and I enjoyed that a little bit. I thought the little Disney figures were cool looking. They were very minimalist and really cool and good sculpts. I mean, they look like little collectible statues. I liked that a lot.
And that's why it did, I think, well too, because it's those figures that.
Yeah, and the Skylanders toys, they were cool looking. They were really well made.
And Dimensions was kind of Lego's answer to Skylander, right?
I was about to ask that. Yeah, I just looked up Skylanders because I had no clue what it was, and then I was like, "Oh, that was Dimensions." Dude, I was out of the country in 2016. I was living in Germany, so I didn't know. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I thought you were going to say China because they would be copying them over there. So
it's even actually, and there's one other one we forgot too. Remember the smart brick from the Agent set? That thing you put on there, like, and that was a very, like dipping a toe in the pool, right? Like that was really, really small. But I mean, that's kind of neat. Like that stuff, the shields, like the stuff that actually physically tied the product to an application. Yeah,
there they are.
That's kind of neat. I'm like, okay, that's kind of fun, right? But I mean, that's a bit of a different beast than sort of what this new thing is.
But I mean, and then back to the point is, like, I kind of like Lego not being connected to the game. I mean, okay, I will admit the hidden side was fun because it interacted with the set you built. But I'm always wanting to build something other than what's in the box, and I want my kid to be that way too. So when he's playing with the brick, I really am glad he's got the phone set aside.
Yeah.
Do you think Lego would be wise to just let TT make all the games for all their properties and just let the technology connected to the brick go and just focus on the brick? Do you think they can survive doing that, Matt?
So I'm a total Luddite on this, but my position is that in the marketplace, it's very important for a company like Lego to know what is the thing that people want from them, right? And the thing that people want from them is a tactile experience. You touch, you physically build, you can take it apart and rebuild it. And they keep trying so hard to be other things, but they're very successful at building things that out of plastic that you create. And
I think it's a total waste of time to do any of that.
I mean,
It is.
know why? They have market dominance. They have market dominance because they're not all these other things. They have something that, and there's so many parents, especially these days with people staying in with COVID, who are concerned about screen time. And so if you have a Lego app and the kid's like, well, I need to put this in my app, and the parents are like, you need to get off your phone. You need to like do something with your hands. I feel that's probably undercutting what the parents like about the Lego in the first place, which is it's not screen time. So that's my rant.
One question I have is: Lego still an entirely privately owned company?
Yes.
Entirely. So they like even under like their crazy Danish law, they don't have any sort of like unofficial stakeholders or anything like that. It's all in the family, right?
Yes.
Okay. The real reason why I ask is that the parent company that owned us a few years back, they were cash rich. They had like literally billions, and even in Canadian, that's a lot, right? So they had, but what they did is like they were constantly buying stuff. Buying travel agencies, buying this, buying, whatever. And the whole thing was because the shareholders said, money in the bank sucks. You need to be investing in it and have it return. So that's why part of what I was asking is all this basically saying, okay, Lego's got a crap load of profit sitting in the bank. Do they just want to sit there, or do they want to take a risk, take a gamble, invest in something else, right? Is that sort of part? If it's not pleasing shareholders, is it part of their internal corporate mandate? Don't sit on the money, do something with it.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
right.
Remember when Lego almost went bankrupt, and what they said about that was, we need to get back to our core thing that we're good at, which is making sets. They were doing T-shirts and amusement parks. To me, all the video game falls into that. This is not their core mission of their company, and they're trying really hard to be something else. And Mark, I wish he was still around for this conversation, but the thing Mark says is,
you sound like he died. Sorry.
May he rest in peace. The tweens go out of the physical building really quick, and Lego's trying to hang on to them by integrating it with this electronic, because and your son Jake, he's all about the Fortnite these days, and I understand that that
he is in the Fortnite.
Lego
right
has
now.
reasons to be worried about the fact that kids maybe outgrow Lego faster than they used to.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's true. And honestly, since we started doing the internet stuff, Jake and I were doing it together, and it's also his social outlet with his friends, since he can't see a lot of them. I mean, Fortnite, he's like, oh, my friend's on, and he'll go Fortnite. And I'm usually okay, especially for the social aspect. I know who he's hanging out with, so I want him to do it. But I mean, he's still interested in the bricks. He's not as zippy about the bricks and fast to get to them. He's also 16. Okay.
Yeah. I was so far away from Lego at 16. That was
so
a while ago. But
and would have got his driver's license last week, except we drove to the town an hour and a half away to get his test, and Dad forgot to bring his birth certificates. So
Go
Dad's
Dad.
fault that he didn't get to get his driver's
Oh,
license.
Dad's an idiot.
Dad is an idiot. Dad, I've had so many dad fails. But anyway,
That's a good plan, Dad. I got to remember that one.
Oh, sorry, forgot the paperwork. But he still. But I'll tell you what he does do. He follows all the blogs now. He's in that mode. He will wake up and say, "Dad, did you see what was on the Brick Fan today?" And he's just woken up and he checks that kind of stuff first. But here's another thing, in my opinion. Lego is about permanence. I mean, even though it's a temporary connection, the permanence of the brick and all this kind of stuff. All these fad games, all right, they're gone. We don't really celebrate Lego Island or
Yeah, I love Lego Island.
Racers.
Yes.
Although there's a little special place in our heart maybe for those, but we don't. But the pizza shop that was in there, and remember seeing the deep freeze Defender fly over the racetrack? That was cool. It's still about the brick. So, that's the thing. All right, so let's segue that, and we can talk about that a little more if you want to, but let's segue that into Lego does every 3 or 4 years have that, I can't remember the term they use for it, but that new line that they push, that zippy line that they come with. The last one was Hidden Side, and let me I will say this for Hidden Side. They did a good job having a pretty good game with some super good sets. They did not cheese out on the sets for the game. In fact, they got better as the attention for Hidden Side went away. That last run of Hidden Side that we didn't even see hardly in stores was good, man. That fire truck, so good. That green race car, so good. That castle looked great, but I never saw the box. So let's just imagine, thinking of old themes, thinking of possibilities. What do you think would be awesome if Lego did to bring back an old theme, to bring or a new theme they haven't thought of? What would be that new Nexo Knights, that new Hidden Side? I mean, now Monkey Kids, I think maybe they're where they're going to focus for a little bit. But what do you think should be next? Just shoot it out there.
What if they brought back? Oh, my ear looks like a little elf one. What if they brought back that island game, but in the concept of like Sims?
Oh,
so you could, like, build your own house, create your own like sig fig, create your family sig fig family, and then have a town that you can communicate with other people online. Because
So
now
like
Sims you
Roblox?
can communicate with people online. But I think maybe Sims is so TM'd, and maybe Lego has probably thought of this, but they can't do it.
Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. What do y'all think?
Well, I mean, I'm being a bit of a facetious jerk, but and I don't really. My daughter played it for a while, but that's basically the Roblox concept, right? Is it not, more or less?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Roblox
What's
is very
Roblox?
Roblox, Roblox. It's my youngest. He's 14 and he's like deep into Roblox, and it's the way that I'm not exactly sure how that works, but it's like it's kind of like sort of Minecrafty.
Oh,
but
I
you
see
get these dudes that look kind of like Lego figs, but not really, and it's super customizable, and people can make like games and add-ons that they can sell, and so.
Okay, I'm going to redact that. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Well,
no, but that doesn't validate it, because to tie it to official Lego product would be a whole new ballgame.
Yeah.
The best way to be able to Roblox is like when Roblox came out, there was Roblox is Mega Block and Lego Universe was Lego.
Yeah.
And in that universe, Lego was the one that failed and Mega Block went on as Roblox. So it's this Lego-ish kind of game that has continued and probably could have been what Lego could have done, but there's whole lots of security problems and there's a whole lot of problems in that Lego avoided. So
Roblox doesn't really care about protecting their user base, and like they just let everyone come and join and just do whatever the hell they want. So Lego has proven that they're very serious about locking down their worlds, and Roblox is not that. So I think that's why it flourished, because it's more flexible, it's more useful. It's one of those things where like you can do anything you want in the Roblox world. Anything that you can code, you can do it.
to
Yeah,
try
I
it
mean,
out.
Lego
I know
never
that.
would have let that happen.
I know that for once, for my daughter, we had to sort of like, say, okay, you need to only create, a schema within people who you know, because, people were building houses that looked like giant male genitalia. And that's just not something a 10-year-old girl I'm really interested in,
This is from Beaver Fever.
around.
Well, wait,
But,
the 10-year-old girl you're in it. What?
oh.
So
Okay, yeah, right.
then
Yeah.
that strikes my curiosity about. I guess I'm not too familiar with Roblox and Megabox. That is it from the U.S.
I don't know where it's. I don't know where the servers are based. Yeah.
Let me look.
All right.
But
But,
this Roblox thing goes to another point, which we kind of were around the edges of talking about. But Maddie was talking about how it's basically like the gateway drug to TikTok. What Lego I think looks at TikTok and sees like, oh, we should be doing something with that, and so rather than actually using TikTok, they try to come up with something, but because it's kids and there's all these things. I mean, if Lego wants to partner or take advantage of the TikTok platform and kids want to share, as other people have said, people want the likes, people want the feedback, wouldn't they be better off just to like highlight like Lego's TikTok of the day and have like a Lego channel where they pick like they boost multiple TikToks that are related to Lego and and then they can get their brand out there and they can show really cool creations or stuff that people are doing with Lego. But it's like they want to be TikTok, but they want to control it. And so it's that element of they want it to be their particular way, and it's just going to blow up because
They want a
kids
bigger
want
piece of
the
the pie.
ability to share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could eat.
And it's sort of actually going a little bit on what Nick has said here in the chat. Like what I would think would be a really fun kind of thing, which is sort of taking a little bit of the hidden side thing, a little bit of whatever that augmented reality was before, about 5 years ago. I can't remember what that was, but whatever their last endeavor was, is to take something where you basically have standalone games like F-Zero, like Gran Turismo, like Homeworld, like that Starship, the one where you build your own starships and fight fighters and stuff like that, freighters and all that kind of stuff. Star Citizen, yeah. What would be cool is that if you had like a running narrative or a game that used those vehicles, because let's just say right now, let's say at least 50% of Lego is building vehicles, 50% is buildings. Sorry, Matt. But if say you had something like that, what would be kind of neat is if you had playable vehicles that could be skinned in your own creation, right? So let's say if you had like an F-Zero thing. So you're creating a hover, whatever it is, hover, car. You build the thing. And then you could maybe, if you want, you build it in Lego design or whatever. Then that is used as like a skin for your vehicle to use. And then the races can be online, right? You're racing other people. You're racing other this. Same thing too, if you wanted to get really, obviously it's not going to be like Star Citizen because they want 10 years and they still can't finish the damn thing. Something smaller, right? With like that, where you build your own ship, and then your ship becomes part of the narrative that you share with other people. That could be, I think, a lot of fun. How far you want to take it as far as the interaction goes, that's a whole other conversation. Do you want to have chat? Do you want to have people this, or do you just want, like Nick was saying, it's basically Mario Kart. You're not interacting. It's your vehicle is interacting with other vehicles. That's it. Right.
Well, but it's also like what John Ruddy said. It's called social media for a reason. It is social, and if you can't have that interaction, then that's going to be difficult. All right. So that was cool. Lego Island Return. That's a neat idea. What other? I want to throw it out there. I would love to see some sort of time
cruisers
return. A time machine. Okay, so Lego is coming out with Castle, maybe Space. We hope. They've got some of the classic themes come out. I would love to see a non-licensed time travel theme come from Lego. What do you think?
That sounds good.
I think it sounds cool.
I would
Yeah.
love it. I'd love it.
I would definitely support that. I think it would be really sweet if like the original characters came back and they just like took it to the here's what we can do now, you know. And if they took it to the animation department and there was a whole thing over there with some maybe 8 episodes of something, and there was a game, and then they were able to what I would really love from Time Cruisers is a little bit more of the system bending from the movies, like, you know, let's pull some Duplo characters in there, let's pull some mini dolls in there, let's pull some Galador in there, let's just do it all. Just give everybody what they want, and if the writing is good and there's a couple of good characters, like whatever time, what was his name, Timmy the time traveling kid,
Timmy.
Or, basic Timmy, or what, classic Timmy. Well, he was also in like the basic box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Anyway,
what if it's like post-apocalyptic Timmy? He's got a robot arm and he's missing a leg or something crazy like that. He's cyborg Timmy.
So Boone, let me see if I understand what you just said. Like, not just a theme where they travel through time, but a theme where they travel through like Lego's time, like Lego's history. So you go back and there's maxi figs, and there's a little something for the older collectors and the older builders.
There's Fabuland in there. There's
that's super weird, but that would be fun.
They visit the Jack Stone and they don't stay long because, man, it smells here. Now let's keep on going, kind of thing.
All that sounds awesome to, like, you know, 8 old people and one lovely person who's tall rating us. However, is any 10-year-old, 9-year-old gonna care about that?
But if Jurassic Park is in there, if Jurassic Park is in there, Ninjago is in there, and what else? I mean, throw in any of the other popular now stuff. Just pull it all together. Give everybody what they want is what I'm saying. Of course, I said all the things that I want.
Yeah.
And a lot of those things resonate with a lot of you because we're somewhat similar in age. But then throw the party llama in there. Throw the party llama in there, but give them a time machine instead of an app where you can't show your face.
I want there to be the team, and it's a couple of Lego guys and a big Duplo dude standing behind them with a big wrench. You know, he's part of their team. He goes back in time to every realm or whatever. It could be more like Lego Realms and everything. And
they can go back in time to Ice Planet 2002.
Yes, there we go.
Right.
And by the way, we're glad to have Nick with us. Nick, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to see all of you.
Beauty. All right, good deal. You doing all right? Everything going well in your world?
I'm too afraid to answer that.
All right, real quick take. Do your kids play any of the Lego video games when as we were talking earlier?
No, we didn't have a console in the house we didn't have a console in the house for a long time. And even then, we tried some of the third-person games, like the Star Wars games or Indiana Jones, and I didn't like them, so they didn't stay. In general, there's plenty of screens in our world that we don't need that to mix with Lego. Like I said in the chat, Hidden Side was a non-starter, except that unless we see them on clearance for parts packs, just because if you need an app, the only way that we can kind of stomach an app or an interface with our Lego is for robotics. And Hidden Fates wasn't robotics. It wasn't enhancing the toy. It was, you needed it for the toy to unlock its full potential, rather than to teach something you could use, like a coding skills. We bought an iPad just to run Boost, and then of course they released the operating system for the phones. But no, there's no Hidden Side. We actually have stayed away from the powered up that requires phone controllers, because especially since we've been working from home, we're not letting go of our phones to let the kids play with the toys.
Gotcha. All right, good perspective. And your kids are how? Your kids are 10?
About to be 13 and 10.
What? Your oldest is about to be 13?
He's almost 5'6" and about to be 13.
Golly, it has been a long time since I've seen that kid, man. That's amazing.
Kind of a problem.
All right, so
You guys,
Blink twice.
real quick. Sorry, all the talk about kids. I need to go play with mine for a little bit before dinner. And I'll just show. I've been here working on King Bluetooth. I'm trying to figure out a way to give him a beard, and I just can't figure it out. But
That's why you made the pitch for those themes.
thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you letting me in. It's been fun, guys.
Really appreciate it, bud. Have a great day, man.
See you, man.
All right. So anyway, all right. Somebody else, if you got a theme, something you'd love to see come back, or a theme you've made up on your own, what do you think Lego could do?
You know what I'd like to see them do is expand that ADU theme. Like that thing was awesome, man. Like that rover, and then the jet copter. Like, I mean, I know that the retro alien stuff was popular with a lot of the folks who like Mars Attacks and that thing. Not my cup of syrup, which is fine, but the human side of that, those sets were fantastic. They were amazing.
What was?
I meant to show you this. I got this.
Alien Conquest, was that it? Oh, okay. Was that the theme?
Yeah, Gil, I got this for $40 right here. It's the ADU base and the helicopter. I got it for $40.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's just.
Gil, you talking about these?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like those. I like the alien. Oh, Jeff is back with us. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I mean, I like both of those series. I didn't like the teal ADU guys. I would love some variation in their series.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan of that color for space guys. But yeah, I would like to see that. That would be cool to bring that back.
And also Space Police 3, which got away from the hover cars, would be fantastic too. I think it would be awesome.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think a Lego non-themed space theme would be great. We get lots of interesting spacey looking stuff out of Star Wars, but an actual like homebrewed space theme.
Don't they do that every 5 years or so though? Like, what was not Mars Attacks? There was an in between Galactic Justice,
Galaxy Squad.
Which was really good. I mean, that was a good theme.
There were stuff the Galaxy Squad that was good, but it was more vehicles than spaceships. I mean, that's just it did not compete with Star Wars. I think they could just get away. I think Lego Star Wars is just its thing. A Lego space theme is not going to compete with Star Wars sales, but it may not get as much attention.
What would be cool, I think, from a theme standpoint, to kind of like stay away from Star Wars, is the Creator 3-in-1, that rover, the Fantastic Rover set, turned that into a theme. So like a near future science fiction space exploration rover theme. Do the whole everything with like the rovers and bases and all that stuff.
Well, this year's sets have included figs now, right? The way that they've been doing the 3-in-1 kind of town city, but not really city. They're town sets, right? The tree house or
and that little drone.
The donut shop.
That's right, the drone. That's right, the 3-in-1 drone. Yeah.
But there's a mining robot coming out. It does not have a fig in it. It's a 3-in-1, and it is key colored to the same thing. So I think their space line actually is kind of happening. That you've got the good guys are going to be white with the dark red and blue, and the bad guys maybe are that orange and gray, like Jeff Van Winnen was just holding up. Although he's got the spacesuit and the cool Spirius retro head on it and everything. And then there's that mining robot that's coming out soon. So you've kind of got 3 in a row. And I think I've seen a leak of a shuttle that has the same color scheme. So you
kind of hiding it.
Have it. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're kind of hiding it in the creator's theme so that they can keep adding more as it's popular and not have to.
They're sneaking it in.
Right, they don't have to invest in an entire new theme world and try and sell it. They can just sell it as creator sets. I think that's a smart way to go forward. Like the creator sets they've been making, those are some amazing designs they're putting in those things.
They are. And the value, like the value is the best out of all the lines. So
that's right. Yeah, when I got one of those rovers for $750, that was a great value. So
quiet.
But actually, if you think about it, though, to me, a lot of ways, 3-in-1 is that classic Lego experience, like the classic space sets. I made Gil mad; he's leaving. But in a way, that 3-in-1 line is, to me, almost the heart of the Lego experience. You're building beyond the box. You've got lots of things. There's no set storyline, but you understand the storyline. You know that's an explorer. It's going to find aliens and stuff like that. So then more power to them. Make me some space sets in that. Oh, you're hurting us. That's hurt, man. That is not even funny.
That's a hate crime.
Oh, what's that? What
Did
is
they
it?
forget to close them because it says Canada underneath?
Yes.
Wait. I used to have the Jeffrey the last set with Jeffrey. That's all I got. The bricks. All right.
So if they put a storyline on it, though, that builds in an expiration date, right? Everything with a storyline dies in 3 years. Whether it's, I mean, Ninjago has lived forever, but not really. Ninjago's been, what are they on, the 4th or 5th storyline?
12th. I don't know.
Right. It's so at least with the creator sets, they don't have to reinvent and rewrite and take it to scripting. They can just put out cool sets.
Yeah, and I agree. I'm excited about that. If that's the space we get, then I'm pretty happy with that. I'm really happy with. I mean, I don't know about y'all. All right, so good deal. So there's some good themes. What else? Anybody else have an idea? An old theme that you would love to see? All right, John Palmer. This is good.
I had an idea for theme, but it's not an old theme. So
go ahead.
I don't know. Is that all right?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I'm already angry, but fine.
I've been away for about 10 years, so I don't really know all of the products that have come out. But has Lego leaned heavily into that sort of vaporwave outrun aesthetic with, like, you know, pastels and some fluorescent colors? Have
You mean Friends?
No. Yeah, maybe okay. The colors of Friends, but make something that's sort of cyberpunk, but non-violent, a little less violent than cyberpunk, but
less murder.
Give it something for everybody. It's filled with beautiful, like, bright colors, some fluorescent colors, and they don't really do fluorescent colors.
Well, I thought that was Hidden Side. Hidden Side was like fluorescent.
Actually,
I'm specifically talking about a sort of aesthetic that's very popular with the younger generation. It's
Monkey
sort of
Kid
this
looks a
idea
lot like
of
that.
what the 80s and the 90s looked like. It didn't quite look like it, but
wasn't 2019 Ninjago basically cyberpunk?
Yeah. It's like my idea is basically lean more into that. Lean way more into that.
Well,
yeah, no, but don't do that. Don't do that. Don't have an app.
Right.
Don't have an
Wrong.
app at all.
Wrong.
In fact,
Wrong.
never make an app ever again.
When you see the Monkey Kid set outs from this year, like they got this sort of cool looking flyer that has these dragon scales of light lime, pastel blue, all framed in white. And then it's got trans green neon, like it's like that. It's crazy, right? It's
but
like
see, my idea is that everybody's bringing up good examples like Friends and the Ninjago sets, and some of the Monkey Kid sets are that design. My idea is that it's marketed as this sort of vaporwave outrun. I wish I could I wish I could have screenshots and I could bring up examples of this art style. It's just incredibly popular. If you see people's computer, a lot of people's battle stations or their computer rigs, their whole room looks like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just very clean, very, very, retro, but it's not really what it looked like back then. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my idea for a game.
Where can I find examples of the imagery you're talking about? Because I'm intrigued.
Reddit.
Seriously, the retro
I
wave.
think there's actually. There's actually a Reddit called Outrun. There's an actual Reddit called Vaporwave.
Outrun. That's what I should Google.
It's called Outrun. It's a subreddit, and it's just it's silly, but it's very popular with the younger generation.
Is it talking about game Outrun?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, I know. They
age range. What's the age range?
These are all like old swatches and surf shirts with the grids and stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely grids. Grids would be all over the grids would be all over the box. Yeah.
So like 80s video game aesthetic.
Yeah,
Kinda.
but warped through the eye of 2020,
Right.
2021. You know,
So-
it's the new version of that.
Does Denmark have it? Is Denmark still living it?
That's a good question.
All I hear is like German techno.
Yeah,
So John, what you're talking is about
basically
is
like
the scenes from Cyberpunk where it was the lit up scenes where like things were nicer in that area where they had the fluorescence and the neon and everything else.
Yes.
All right, so
neon.
if
But
you want
also-
another good example, look up Synthwave on YouTube, and like the images there are perfect.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about neon colors. Are there
Yeah.
neon Lego colors? Really?
Friends?
Is there-
Friends.
No,
There's
that's
some
not. There's no
pinks.
neon in it. Really.
That's
Coral.
pastel.
Have you not seen
Coral.
Coral yet?
Coral.
Coral.
Coral is the closest they've come to neon.
Where's Coral?
Coral.
Yeah. Coral. No. Yeah.
Love
Bring
it.
out a whole family of colors that look like coral. That they're that bright.
The dark turquoise would fit in that world.
Yes, it would.
Coral.
Yeah.
What
Also,
about an
just-
official
just
Lego
purple.
blacklight to go along with it, so you can make all the trans stuff
nice.
glow?
Why not? Why not?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Well,
look
like-
at,
I
look
That
at
would be
the
part of
process.
the app.
hey, that's a great
Look at the
idea. A
process
light
and tell me if
with UV in it would be
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Why
They
not?
already have
It's something
glow in
that
the dark white
pops.
pieces.
Do we really need more colors though? Really?
Yes,
Like,
Yes.
no room for new colors.
all the colors,
Yeah,
So
but
many
every
colors.
colors.
the UV light needs to be consistent. The bricks then need to be made consistently because there are some coral bricks that glow as dark orange, and there's some coral bricks that glow as like bright neon pink.
Interesting.
Can you imagine
Oh.
having to sort those for your Bricklink store?
Well, actually, Bricksar.
Woo!
I'm a fangirl of Bricksar. So Bricksar, he did a video on that where he was sorting coral pieces, and then he was like, "You know, what would be fun? Let's do a blacklight. Like, let's get my son and let's do a blacklight in here." And then he was like, "Whoa, actually, this is the same color, but it's showing up in two different ways under a blacklight."
I'm totally biting my tongue on the whole what the black light reveals thing right now. Yeah.
What do you do in your Lego room?
It's like a Jackson Pollock painting in there. isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Ew. Oh.
There's Adrian. I
All
was
it
like,
reveals
which
is
one is
your metal
Adrian?
pills.
There's
Come
Adrian.
on, that was a Guardians of the Galaxy quote,
Exactly.
guys. Come
There,
on.
we'll just go ahead and pop this.
Me this time, I'm happy.
Adrian gets the lifetime ban.
Okay, guys. Well, hey, when we're about an hour and 40, which is great. This has been a great conversation. We have great interaction too with folks and everything. Anybody else got an idea they would like to throw that an old theme, like Unitron or whatever, an old theme? Anybody else? All right, Jeff.
Yes. So take adventurers and take pirates and go like this with them, and then give us steampunk adventurers.
Ooh.
Oh,
I
that
can
would be
see that.
Give us sky
On
pirates. Give
On
us
boats that really float.
sky ships and things like that, and let's do it. Give us the big zeppelins again and everything else that you attach to the boats, and yeah.
What I would really like is like what when Ninjago had that Sky Pirate kind of thing, which was kind of fun, but they didn't go far enough. There's a tune out a few years back called Skyland, which was really quite cool, and there was a few MOCs that came out of that. But that again, it had like the big lighter than airships and all these kind of things. But the aesthetic was awesome, and it would be so much fun to have something like that. It's kind of what one of the ships looked like was the ship that Adrian brought to 2006. It was like that giant Zeppelin with the hangar bay and the multiple props and
the Edmund Fitzgerald or whatever you call it.
So Thomas Dewey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
The Edmund Fitzgerald.
Edmund Fitzgerald.
Ella Fitzgerald.
Too soon.
Wow.
Too
Good old
soon.
Canadians.
Sorry for all you Michigan people. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Hey man, this has been a great night. Thank y'all for coming. I'm gonna land this plane here. We'll just hang around. But hey, what is that, John?
It's a bot who's a businessman. I think he's paying the crowd. It's a salary man. So.
I love it, man.
Oh, the old school hinges too. Awesome.
That's great.
Wage slave bot.
He's a lawyer. It's a lawyer bot there. Oh, look at there. There's some ancient history right there. Look at that.
Oh man, nice
That
work, man.
smartphone.
Is that 1.0 or 1.5?
1.0, I think.
I don't know.
It says it on the brick. Not there.
2.0.
2.0.
Oh.
Get out of there. Hey, Al.
Get that out of here, poser.
All right, guys. Thank y'all, guys and ladies, for joining us this evening. It's been a great show. Thank you for those who have popped in and popped back out. So glad you're here. Keep building. Keep being creative. Do something nice for your neighbor. And for crying out loud, wear a mask. I hope you guys will have a good night. See y'all later. Bye, everybody.